What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Welcome back to another video. Now, I want to talk to you guys about Terra Luna Classic because while there's maybe a little bit of interest and hype and attention and more volume that's going into Terra Luna Classic right now, I want to talk about my still exit plan. I think this is my final exit plan as I've kept the same amount of coins, as I've looked at what has transpired, and also the opportunities that could present themselves after my realistic and my expected levels and my max level, all of those things there, to give me the opportunity to gain the most out of Terra Luna Classic, as well as also supporting Terra Luna Classic for the long term. Because I want to be a part of both, right? I'm not just looking for those gains. I'm also looking for many others to gain something as well, no matter where you're investing at, right? If you're investing now, or you invest at a level of a half a penny or a penny or 2 pennies or 10 cents, 20 cents, a dollar, all of those levels, I want to see the benefits as time goes on. However, all of those things are not a certainty. I know what my minimum level that I'm going to gain, which I did explain in a previous video, and we will go over briefly in this video. But I want to talk about Terra Luna Classic and how I plan on turning $43 into a boatload of money with Terra Luna Classic. This is my complete exit plan, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. First, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, those links are in the description. But the link at the top of the description is for Margex. If you guys are interested in leverage trading, that is a platform to where you can do so at a cheap cost, efficiently, and honestly, it's just a really, really good platform. So feel free to check that out. You cannot trade Terra Luna Classic, but you can trade a boatload of other projects that are there. Now, where Terra Luna Classic currently stands is at 0.00009305, right? It's up by 0.3%, and the volume is up by 14% today. It's up to a $38 million not market cap, but volume day. The market cap is a $531 million market cap. Definitely has a lot of possibility, a lot of room for growth, and the circulating supply is 5.7 trillion. Now, we know that we've seen massive levels. I even created a video talking about how much you could have made if you invested $100 in Terra Luna Classic in May of 2022, all the way up to where we are today, and how much you would have now, and also hitting the high points, how much you would have then. And you could have made a boatload of money. But Terra Luna Classic is not all about just making money, but that is a good part to start for an investor, which would be you. So how much do I expect to make? This isn't a breakdown for you, it's a breakdown for me, but what you can learn from it is creating your own exit plan as time goes on. So I wanted to show you how much I do have right now in my possession. As we go over to Kraken, you're going to see that I have 54.2, almost 54.2 million Terra Luna Classic. Honestly, I could have gotten more if I would have put more money there. I made a video about that yesterday and why I didn't get more. It wasn't my fault, it was the bank's fault. But feel free to check out that video if you guys are interested. But I have 54 million in my possession. Now, what is my plan for this 54 million? Is it to sell all of it when I get to a level of $1? Is it to sell all of it when I get to a level of 50 cents? No. You want to basically spread this out as you are taking profit, as you are taking your initial investment, and that's kind of my plan as we move forward. So if we go over to my exit plan spreadsheet, you're going to see here that I have 54.198 million coins. The circulating supply is where it stands. You may not have to worry about that. It's right around that range of 5.8, 5.7 trillion. But I've only invested, if you didn't know, I started out investing $43 at the lowest point because that's all I had in BNB, and I bought on the Binance Smart Chain. So it ended up getting me 60 million coins, at which I ended up profiting and $6,000, but then putting 1,200 back into it. Total profit right now has been around $4,800, while now having 54 million coins, just to catch you up. So technically, I didn't invest, thousands of dollars into this. I only invested $43 into this from the beginning. And if we factor in all the gains that I had, technically I invested zero, right? I went in with receiving money at that point because I have a massive profit right now. So, anyways, $43. Let's just make it easy. $43 is what we did start with. Now we have 54 million total at a level where we drop a zero, all right? Not the zero that we just dropped or off and on dropped. Another zero where it gets to a $5.8 billion market cap. That's where I will take 10 million of those coins. Now, some people might say that this is a mistake to take that much because if it's a dollar, that's $10 million. You're leaving that on the table, right? Or actually taking that away from the table. But I see this as being able to gain not only my initial investment, but also much more profit so that I'm happy with the fact that I am holding what I'm holding. Because as you move forward, if you only invested $43 and you gain $10,000 from it, that is a significant gain, and many people will just take all of it, right? But I turned $40 into $50,000, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just take 10,000, and that will be my profit then. As we move up to a level to where it's a close or very close to dropping the next zero or getting to 1 cent, we might see a resistance point. So I am going to take another 12.5, which would be $100,000. That would be a total of $114,000 that I take, but let's just leave the $4,800 out of here, $110,000. Now, in my last video, I said that the minimum that I believe that this is going to get to is a level of 1 cent, right? So with that being at 1 cent, that means that I would profit another 150,000, the total being 260,000. That is my minimum. That's where I believe it's going to get to no matter what does happen, because that's a $58 billion market cap. I think that's fully possible, as we move forward. Now we move down the list. We get to a level of 3 cents, which starts to get to, 203,000 or $203 billion market cap. I don't think that this is the case, right? In order to see this level, you need to see burns that happen. So it would be more likely to see a level of 2 cents or 2.5 cents before you see a value of 3 cents or 3.5 cents. So I would expect to see a lot more of that circulating supply come off. And if it does, that's when we can easily say that we're going to get to these points, because I don't think it's going to push $200 billion market cap or $300 billion market cap, but it could definitely get all the way up in the range of 100 billion. And the less supply we have, the higher the price can go without affecting the market cap that much, if that makes sense. So anyways, it gets to that point. I take 2 million of that, leaving myself 14.6 or 14.7 million, where I have 70,000. As we move forward, 8 cents, I would have 4 million that's there, and I would take 320,000. The total that would be there as we move forward, $650,000 for the total of those two. Now we move down the list and we get to about 25 cents. Skipping the level of 10 cents. If it has the ability to grow to those levels, I definitely believe that it can go a lot further. And the reason why I got to those points is because of those burns. And if we can officially see those burns happen, then it's going to happen at a level of 10 cents, just like it happened at a level of 1 cent. So I'm expecting to see 25 cents at that moment. And the idea would be a lot further than just getting the price to rise. It would be more about recovering Terra Luna Classic what it once was, and its new history or its new future. But I take 5 million there, which is about $1.25 million. That'll be the first time taking $1 million from this play, even though over here it did reach $1 million. I'm just taking 320,000. Now, as we move forward, I still have 5.6 million. It gets to $1. I take 3 million of that, which would be $3 million. $5, I take 1.5 million, which would be $7.5 million. And then $25, I would take 198,000, which would be $4.9 million. Now, I still would have $1 million left on the table, meaning that if we had $50 or $100 or whatever, I would have a lot of money that's associated with Terra Luna Classic. However, I'm excluding that right now. And what the total would be, if we go into it, reality would be 1.9 million, which could be all the way up to a level of 25 cents, right? Then expectation would be 4.9 million, and then the profit, max profit, could be 17.3 million asterisks, where it could be so much more. But again, this is where you look at it and you say a lot of things have to happen for these things to take place. It's not necessarily saying that this is 100%, that we're going to see 1.9 million, that we're going to see 4.9 million, that we're going to see 17.3 million dollars. It's not saying that's a guarantee. But what I believe is going to be a guarantee for me, and what I see in the popularity of Terra Luna Classic, is getting to a value of 1 cent, getting $260,000 off of a level of $43. So potentially, I could turn $43 into 17.3 million. Think of that. The title sounds insane, but I've already turned $43 into over $30,000 of unrealized profit. And for me to say I would turn $43 into $30,000, anybody would say that's absolute blasphemy. That's not real. It's not going to happen. However, it did. And to say that now I have the potential chance to turn that same $43 into millions of dollars, I mean, you may say the same thing, but guess what's going to happen? It's probably going to hit millions of dollars. So let me know what you think about it, right? Am I crazy for thinking this way? Do you think that it's going to end here? I want to know your comments in the comment section below. I'll hear them all out. Obviously, be respectful, of course. But this is my belief. This is where I see things standing. And I hope that all of these things do come true. But if you can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, check out my link for Margex, check out my link for Patreon and Twitter. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.